So this video is going to look at some of the editing features available in the Adaptable Blotter. There's lots of them. We'll have time to show them all, but hopefully we'll show you a selection to give a sense of the very powerful features we have available. So first, let's start by changing some of our toolbars. So let's take layout and column filter out. Actually, let's remove that as well. And let's add smart edit and bulk update. Okay, so the first editing feature, the most common, is our smart edit feature, and that very basically allows you to create an edit across as many values in the same column as you want. Actually, let's turn flashing cells on, because then we might be able to see things change as we move them. So let's imagine we want to multiply all these by, I don't know, by 2. So we can go into smart edit and we can choose our operation. So we're going to choose multiply, change that to 2, and then when we apply it, you see everything multiplies by 2. If you want, you can sort of add it. So if we want to add 20, then they all change. So that's a very simple smart edit. You can do the same for a bulk update. If you want to change all the values to be a single value, then you use this function here, which is called bulk update. So if we highlight, say, all these cells, and we want to make them all, say, to be 5, then you can either select an existing column value, or you can put in your own column value. So we're going to make it a new value of 5. We're going to apply that, and then they all become 5. The nice thing about bulk update is it doesn't just work on numeric columns like smart edit does, but it can work across any type of column. So for instance, if I want to change all these counterparties to be Deutsche, just change it, boom, they all change. Or you can do it to date, or you can do it to anything you want. So that's bulk update and smart edit, which both allow you to update many columns simultaneously. What happens if you want to input data and you want to avoid fat finger mistakes? So a very famous example when I worked at a previous bank was someone did a £50 million trade instead of 5 million. So how does that work? Well, the way you do that is through a shortcut. And let's create a couple of shortcuts. First, we'll create a numeric one. And with a numeric shortcut, you choose a key. So we're going to choose, say, the letter M. Then you choose what you do. So we're going to keep it as multiply. And we're going to type in 1,000,000, which means if I put M into any numeric cell, it's going to multiply the contents by 1,000,000. And let's create another shortcut. Let's this time create a date shortcut. And with a date shortcut, again, you choose a key. So I'm going to do P. And you can either make it a custom date, or you can do it dynamically. Let's do it dynamically here. And we're going to choose the previous work day, and that's depending on your calendar. With a date shortcut, the whole contents of the cell changes. So there we are. P replaces it with the previous work day. There's the 2 I've created. And now let's see that in action. So if I type 4, and then I'm going to type M, you can see it jumps to 4 million. And again, if I find a date column, go into here, and I type the letter P, it jumps to the 31st of July, because today's date is the 1st of August. So they're 2 shortcut functions, and you can have as many shortcuts as you want. So they're very nice because it allows you very easily to do things like 10M, and then there we are. What happens if you want to manage what gets updated? So we can allow you to do cell validation where you have control over which kind of edits are allowed. So let's see how that works. And the first thing you do is you choose a column. So we're going to say to take the bid off the spread column. And you've got a choice. You can either say prevent, if I break the rule, prevent the edit altogether, or show a warning. We'll show a warning. Let's go into the next stage. And we're going to say what happens. So you can disallow all edits. So this is a nice way of saying this column should be read only. Or better still, you can do it depending on a rule, which is what we're going to do. And we're going to say, and you've got a choice, you can have it whether it's not a number, you can do a percentage change with a change in value, etc, etc. There's a whole load to choose from. We're going to keep it simple and just say for this column the new value can't be greater than 20 without showing me a warning. So if you want to, you can make it contingent on other columns through our query builder. That's really another topic. So let's finish, and basically we've said the bid offer spread is greater than 20, then warn the user. So how does that work? So if I go to bid offer spread and I do 19, that's fine. If I go into bid offer spread and do 21, I now get a warning. If I bypass it, then it goes through, and that will be audited. What's also nice is that all the other things Smart Edit and Bulk Update take it into account. So for instance, you'll see if I highlight all these columns, it goes orange. Why does it go orange? Because it's warning me that this is the old value, this is the new value, and each of these new values is going to break my greater than 20. So for instance, if I was to change this to 10 and now highlight them all, you'll see again I get the warning, but this time some are fine because these are within the limit, but some hit my warning. It can still go ahead, so let me do that. I can still make it go ahead. I need a reason because it's a warning, and then they go through. If we were to change that cell validation to say be stop edit to make it not happen in any circumstances, then if I now try and highlight these, I can't, it's prevented, and the reason why is because all of my new changes will prevent the warning, and the same will happen if I try to do a bulk update. If I try to do a new value of 30, it won't allow it again because the new value breaks my cell validation. We have other editing things around what happens if you want to do plus minus. There's a whole load of others. We haven't got time to show them now, but hopefully you've seen enough to understand that if you want to use the Adaptable Blotter to edit your data, then we have a great range of functions that help you do that in a very powerful, very intuitive, but also very safe way so that it matches your rules and your limits. As always, any questions, please get in touch, and thanks for watching.